If you keep your teeth in contact, like contact, for 1/3 of the time, all of them will meet perfectly. And you'll have a pretty good occlusion. Doesn't mean that everything's right, because you could have weak muscle tone, but by and large, if you aim for that, you'll be perfect.
So what about bruxism?
Well, bruxism is when the teeth don't meet properly. You'll find that all people who brux, if you say to them, bite like this, and to ask them, do all your teeth meet completely evenly? Now, bruxists will say no. Now, the only way they can't meet perfectly is if their teeth are apart. Because if they keep their teeth together, they'll all meet at the same time. Because the teeth, if they're in contact, they'll intrude. If they're out of contact, they'll erupt. So these are absolute rules, and there's no opinion on this. It's certain fact.
So what do you say to the dentists that are like me that have been trained to teach patients to keep a freeway space?
They probably won't believe me anyway, but I mean, I'll explain it in the same way I explained it to you. The teeth automatically erupt if they're out of contact, automatically intrude if they're in too much contact. And the balancing point is about 8 hours. Therefore, nobody should have teeth that don't meet perfectly.
So if I already have teeth that don't meet and I'm bruxing at night.
Yes, all you have to do is just keep them in gentle contact longer, or give the patient a stage 3.
And that will teach them how to close their mouth.
Because that would be an 8-hour night would be perfect for that.
And why do you think it's so pervasive that
Because
everybody
so few
says,
people keep their teeth together.
but why do dental schools teach that? You're
Well,
the,
pardon?
why
Why
do-
dental?
you're the only one in the world that teaches teeth in contact.
Well, maybe, but it's an if teeth erupt, they're in contact, intrude if they're out of contact. Isn't it the only answer? Is there another answer?
It makes sense to me.
Well, I mean, we know that that's what teeth do. It's been researched and shown. There's no doubt about it. Therefore, if you leave them apart permanently, they'll go on erupting until they meet, and you'll have a long face like I do.
So the dentist, the restorative dentist that treat people that have issues, they always give them a plate and they tell them to keep their teeth apart.
I mean, I can't help that. I mean, you know my opinion. A lot of dentists don't really think. I mean, if you say to them, but even if I tell them to think, they don't believe me. So, you know.
How frustrating.
But you'll find everybody who does what I say has a perfect face and perfect teeth, and that alone should make them think I might be right.
If you look at old skulls, like prehistoric, they all have very flat teeth.
Yes. Yes, the ancient man had very flat teeth. Do you know how long it took the teeth to become flat?
20 years?
It's all written down. About 2.5 years after it was erupted, the cusp would have gone.
2 years.
Yes. And you'd be through to the dentine in most of the cusps.
Within 2 years.
Within 2.5.
So an 8-year-old.
For the 60s, yes. If you're studying ancient skulls, that is your basis for deciding how old the child is. Because very often you'll find the 6s of cusp gone, the 7s of cusp flattened, and the 8s are hardly marked. How old is that patient?
Well, if there's 8s, it has to be over 18.
They'd be 18, right? But they wouldn't be more than 18.
Because
They wouldn't be less than 18.
after that 20, then the 8s would be flat.
2.5 years roughly.
So at 20,
Their 8s would be part
flat.
1.
And this was because of the diet?
Well, yes, but I mean, basically because they use their teeth. All animals are the same. When you look at every animal, their teeth meet evenly. It's only the humans they don't.